Don't let past mistakes make you lose hope of doing good. Let me say that again. Don't let past mistakes make you lose hope of doing good. Some of those with the worst past make the future great. I'm paraphrasing, so words to that effect from Foodie Beauty on her latest community post. Past mistakes? How about future? How about present? How about the fact that you are one great big mistake in this world? How about that? How about that you are a festering piece of garbage that nobody wants? Your dad did a runner, your mother palmed you off onto your grandmother, who swiftly palmed you back to your mother, who swiftly palmed you back to your grandmother, until you went into a group home. BB, it took him a long time to get rid of you. He was an almost saint, wasn't he? You could see it on the videos how uncomfortable he was, how he didn't want anything to do with social media, how he didn't really want anything to do with you. You could see it. And it took him a long time to get rid. Didn't he enlist the help of his sister, who came over for a holiday? And you had to buy that screen, I'm sure you remember, so you could screen off your little corner whilst they socialised and enjoyed each other's company. And you could just sit in the corner like a great big rat, gorging on food. And then after BB, of course, you contacted Pete. Pete! Because you couldn't get credit, you couldn't get an apartment on your own because you'd ruined your credit. You're in debt everywhere, as you still are. And then when Nard came along, you wanted rid of Pete. You wanted rid of the cats. And then all that happened in between, nada. And meeting the man of your dreams on Tinder, who asked you to marry him on the second day. How about all the men in between? All the generosity you showed by giving electronics away, by giving a laptop away in Cuba. All the men and the married men you paid for. You were very generous with gifts, very generous with money. And of course it wasn't you, was it? The gifts weren't from you. The money wasn't from you. All of that was money that was owed. The laptop you gave away in Cuba, the laptop you gave to Nada, the phone you gave to Nada, all the thousands and thousands of dollars that you paid for men, that you had to pay for men to be in your company. How sad, but how infuriating also that money belongs to the government. It's money that you haven't paid in taxes. The laptops were on credit. You didn't pay for them. You've gone to Kuwait saying that, you know, it's such a great country, better than Canada, better than any other country. Why? Because you don't have to pay taxes. You don't have to contribute towards the society that you're living in. Just like you didn't in Canada, but then it was illegal. And now guess what? You're still illegal because you cannot sit in front of a camera and proclaim that you aren't leaving Kuwait, that you're digging your heels in and you're going to live there forever. Does the Kuwaiti government know that? Does the embassy know that? The Canadian embassy? The Kuwaiti embassy? Do they know that? Does the whole of YouTube know that? Does the internet know that? That foodie beauty is not going anywhere. She's staying in Kuwait, thank you very much. And the reason she's staying there is because she's with the Bidoon, Aka, her husband. Is he her husband? Dunno. Does he have Kuwaiti citizenship? No, he doesn't. Because he's Syrian. Can he get you residency? Well, you've already talked about that, haven't you? You've said that there's loopholes. You've said that there's illegal ways that you can go about getting residency there. So what is that? What ways are there? Other than being employed, having a job that's invaluable to the community, having a job where you are going to contribute to Kuwaiti society, to Kuwaiti people, having a job that's going to be lauded by the Kuwaiti government as you're being indispensable. So what job could it be that you're going to do? Working in the perfumery business. That's what, I guess. The business that Salah, Murad and Allah have all got their sticky fingers in, that they own 49% of, because a person who's not Kuwaiti can't own a business in full. You have to have a Kuwaiti partner who owns 51%. So are you going to be employed by their company, selling perfumes that are only fit to go down drains? Maybe you could put some down that hole in the floor in the bathroom where the rat comes up. I'm sure he'd flee. He wouldn't hang around. So all these emails I'm getting, there's a whole lot more. A whole lot more. And a whole lot more than I'll share. Let me give you my own stance on all of this. And I've said it before. I'm only responsible for my actions. Nothing I do and say is going to make anybody do and say something different to what they intended to do in the first place? Nothing. If I bowed down and started weeping at all the filth that's coming to me via emails, real filth, and I bowed down to that and said, please don't send me any more. I can't cope. I won't post anymore. No, I'm digging my heels in. I will post, and I will post more. And I will be more vehement in my criticism of you. Now I know that what I thought about you originally was bad enough, even though I thought there was some good in you somewhere and that you would maybe change. That opinion has changed over the years, and now it's solidified because I know what and who you are, and so will other people on YouTube. They're going to get to know what and who you are, and what and who those you associate with are, which is nothing other than the real dregs of humanity. You've heard of the rat people, children who have to live in sewers, who hide from the government, who round them up. Those poor children, those poor people. So I hesitate to call you a rat person because that's the name they're tagged with. But that's the name they're tagged with that they shouldn't have. Nobody should be living below ground through fear and through poverty. The only people who belong below ground in the sewers with the rats are people like you. People like you, and you know, the person you're with, your husband, he sort of showed his hand, didn't he, early on? Immediately you made him a mod on your channel with the little things. Somebody mentioned underwear, block, delete, for saying underwear. And I guess you've educated him a little bit now that it's going to damage your, what you call your channel, the rat channel. It should be entitled, yeah, that's a good name for it, the rat channel or the sewerage channel. How about that? But we've learnt that your husband is not innocuous. He's not innocent of what's going on. There's a real nasty streak there. Just as we saw with Murad when he was calling all Western women. What was he calling us all? We were all sharmutas, weren't we? All Western women. Stupid sharmutas, according to Murad. And I don't doubt that your husband has got the same opinion, but he's latched onto you because he wants papers. You can't tell us any differently. And Allah, as I've said before, and what they objected to in the email, when I said he's like a greasy little man wearing a raincoat. You know the type? I'm repeating it. A greasy little man wearing a raincoat. But the still hits, doesn't it? And the muck, you know, Filth attracts filth. Muck is where the money is. That's what brought the money into you on your channel. That's what you found. You went from doing makeup reviews that were actually, they could be quite nice, watching your makeup reviews. But you went from doing that to your mukbangs, and you got to be disgusting when you devolved into doing the bodily noises and the fetishist noises that would bring in those people who sent you money. You discovered that muck equals money, equals views and money. So you devolved even further until you became the rabid rat that you are now. The rabid rat. Queen of the rat channel. Queen of the sewerage channels. Queen of all that's wrong on the internet. Right down there with the scum of the earth. I'm warned, I've been warned not to mention your name ever again, or bad things are going to happen to me. They've already happened, haven't they? Apparently, my name's in certain places on the internet as a horny widow, a horny 73-year-old widow who wants to discipline young white men. Young white men. Not young black men, young white men. Racist. Why not just say white? Why not just say men? Why not? Shall I show the rest of the emails? I think I will. I think I will. Is there going to be more? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there will be. Am I going to get upset about them? No. Do they affect me? Yes, of course they do. Because it's like a boot to your stomach when you get something like that. It's sickening, in other words. It's nauseating. But that's not going to stop me. That is not, excuse me, that's not going to quiet me down. That's not going to go with my tail between my legs and start uploading cooking videos or gardening videos and never mentioning your name again. It's not going to stop me. It's going to further incite me to do more, not less. You don't know me. I'm a stoic, you know, and I realise that I am me, just as I am. I'm responsible for myself. If I do something wrong, I'll apologise and move on. If people don't accept that, that's their problem. If I'm warned not to do something, I'll look at the warning, I won't heed it. It won't affect me. I'll read it or not and move on. You're not going to affect me. You're not going to stop me from saying what I want to say and doing what I want to do. Nobody is. So you and your flying monkeys, foodie, can all take a hike, can all get on your broomsticks. Get on your broomsticks to hell as far as I'm concerned. and take all the riff-raff with you. Saying you're bullied on YouTube. People who react to you on YouTube react to things that you have done, that things that you have posted, that stuff that you have put out there to bring you in the views and the money. And they have. People are there, you know, they can react to it. Why shouldn't they be able to react to it? Of course they can. They're entitled to. It's not bullying. It's reacting to what you, yourself, have put out there. Has anybody reacted to the OnlyFans? I haven't. I haven't posted those nasty, dirty, horrible pictures. Some channels have. I haven't. They're entitled to. You put them out there. So why have you gone after me? Why have you all gone after me? You, DC media girl, young mama, the moo woman. Why have you all gone after me? Because I'm a 73-year-old widow living on my own. That's why. Because I'm a small channel. That's why. And I hope people subscribe and make it, you know, strength in numbers. You are not going to affect what I do. Say it again. You, scum, are not going to affect what I do. It's now Ramadan, so you yourself, I guess, can't be seen to be doing anything. But don't think we don't know that you are going to be doing things behind the scenes. We know you. You're suddenly going to be fasting from sunrise to sunset with not even a drop of water passing your lips. Are you? We know that you'll sleep. You said you sleep most of the day. So what's different? You do that anyway. You used to do that before in the villa. So let's see where this takes us. I can't see it stopping. It's not going to stop. And if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just know that things are going to be posted. And just know that when I get fed up to my teeth, the teeth that you laugh at because my jaws collapsed due to medication, the teeth that you laugh at that are clean and not loose, that are not filled with plaque and food from weeks ago. You know what I mean? Just know that when I get fed up to my back teeth, and I do have back teeth, unlike you, just know that when it gets to the point that I don't want, that I choose not to take it any longer, then I will do something. I'm going to do something now, actually. But what I do is going to be behind the scenes. Unlike last time, I'm not going to come on here and rant and say I've done this, I've done that. It's going to be behind the scenes. And believe me, I will be doing something about this. And if it continues, I'll go one step further and do more. You're in a very precarious position out there. And this is not threats. This is not blackmail. This is a statement of facts. A very precarious position. And you've already said you've got no intention of leaving. I wonder what the Kuwaiti authorities would say about that.